Alright everybody, game number 1 in another best of 5. We got Team Arthas against Chili Mountain, Playday number 6 at the Masters Clash. The number 5 Chili Mountain going up against the number 6 Team Arthas. It is an interesting setup. First of all, Fawcett is getting banned. We're on Cursed Hollow, big map, global map. There's a lot of stuff that you can pull off with, of course, the usual picks. Globals in general, Falstad, Brightwing, Dehaka, Vikings have been played here multiple times. But the interesting part is that Chili Mountain was always supposed to be like the number 4 in the standings, and they have been dropping continuously. Now they finally locked in a couple of wins and find themselves in the number 5 position. Team Arthas is high on their heels and is currently trying to obviously overtake them. And Team Soundless is currently in 4th place. So it's a really interesting situation in the standings just in general. Now this time we see the ban on Medivh because Maka is on the other side. I mention it because in some of the other games and other series that we had beforehand, we had a little bit of a setup where Medivh wasn't even looked at, and it was mostly because most of the teams that were playing didn't really have a Medivh player, so they kind of played the game of chicken a bit, where they said like, do you want him? We don't really, and then they both agreed, you know what, forget Medivh for this series. But of course, if you play against the Hardos, the Donuts, if you play against Maka, who not, then Medivh is a ban that you just have to look at. Now, Sonya gets banned, we got the Hanzo ban, of course. Lucio as our first pick in this one, as Team Arthas' first pick, first ban. Yeah, and we're ready to rumble, because it's really important for Chili Mountain to win here. If they still want to break into the top 4, they have to win this. But Team Arthas is in a spot where they could very well end this with a win, and then close the gap to Team Soundless again. There's a little bit of a rivalry, since both of the teams are Russian-Ukrainian, so there's a chance that they close the gap a bit and then attack Team Soundless again. So this is an important series. We haven't played in number 6, as I said, so we're nearly at the halftime. In total we have 14 play days, of course, since there's like a home and an away game. We got Brightwing and Nuburak as the early picks on the side of Chili Mountain, and well, we get D.Va and Mei. Yeah, they're going full Overwatch over here. I mean, they are going all out on this one. They can't get Hanzo, but at this point you wouldn't be surprised anymore if they also log a Genji in for themselves and go even deeper with the Overwatch train. The more Overwatch, the better. And Nuburak gets banned, which is always a bit sad. I was hoping that someone would think about logging in maybe the Vikings, but honestly, given the teams that we're seeing here, not really all that likely. It's not like Soundless is playing. But what is Maka going to play? This is, of course, always the big question mark here. What he's going to log in. He's the man to go on Volskaya and drop Mephisto. Azurite on Zeratul, and Tychus is getting played together with him. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. I like it. It's always cool to see a Zeratul pop up. And that makes me even more sad that Abathur was banned. Would have been way, way better if we still had him. Not for Team Arthas, but for us as the audience, because Zeratul, watching a good Zeratul player is already great. But watching a good Zeratul player with Abathur help, whew, that gets spicy quickly. Anyways, now that we got Sylvanas and Uther, yeah, very, very late pick on Uther. Normally an early ban or a first pick, now he gets picked super late. We got a double support with Sylvanas, and actually a real double support. So we're not going to see that main tank Uther with then a bruiser on the side. But yep, they go for the double support here, supporting Sylvanas as the main damage dealer. And on top of that, of course, we have that big front line with Mei and D.Va. And the last pick for Bergkult, as the team is still looking for another frontliner here. And what's it gonna be? Dehaka! Gonna be a little bit of a swap, of course, on the players, but off we go. Dehaka is the global, Brightwing together with him. A little bit more of a squishy setup that will focus more on macro. And with that, we're heading into the first game of the series, everybody. Bit more Heroes of the Storm action on Cursed Hollow with Team Arthas against Chili Mountain. Game number 1 in our best of 5. On the left side, we have Stalk on D.Va, Denado on Mei, Morenas on Uther, Skiller on Lucio, and Bishops is playing Sylvanas. On the right side of the map, Chili Mountain with Maka on Tychus, Banana H on Brightwing, Gia on Nuburak, Azurite on Zeratul, and Bergkult on Dehaka. And before we're heading into the game, I have still one thing to settle, and especially the people that are watching this on YouTube have to chime in too, because Twitch already talked about it. What is the best ice cream flavor? Because I want to see there's an amount of fantastic ones, so don't get me wrong. I mean, cookies and cream is insane. There's so many good ones. But I'm still claiming that the best ice cream flavor when you're going to a scoop shop is still Stracciatella. Because not only do you get like amazing ice cream, but you can always play the game with your friends where you're trying to battle for who got the biggest piece of chocolate in his ice cream. And that just adds a certain element to it that you don't get with any other flavor. Now, to be fair, with cookies and cream, you could try to go who gets the biggest piece of cookies, but it's not quite the same thing. Both of them with a really similar situation though. But yeah. Again, I'm not quite sure what you guys think, but I have to say that both of those flavors probably reign supreme, even though there's a lot of others that I also absolutely love and adore. But anyways, when it comes to the builds that we're seeing for now, we have our Zeratul player with the Might of the Nerazim build coming through again, as he drops straight the Shadow Hunter on level 1 and starts to get that in. Also, Uther with the Hammer of the Lightbringer. Yeah, Uther trying to drop the hammer over here. As at the bottom of the map, Azerite is going to play against Denado. But the teams are already making plays for the camps. And in this case, it's Team Arthas that is starting with the Bruiser camp first. And a bit of a later rotation from Zeratul down to their own Siege Giant camp. That's also where the first objective spawns. But yep, everybody is just slowly but steadily getting things going by focusing on their camps more than anything else. That was a bit of an attempt at the top, of course, to try and get a kill in with that small gang, but that didn't really work out. The teams are both fairly cautious at this early stage of the game, and I guess we're gonna see the battle happen over the first objective. But with the Haka and Brightwing on the map, you always have to be a little bit careful that your opponent doesn't just stall out the tribute while soaking experience on the other lane. So that's always one of the risks. In the rhythm on level 4 for Tychus. We get our level 4 abilities in, and on the top side, Uther is doing his thing again. It's like, I don't know. The guy just doesn't do any damage as he comes around with this one. But yeah, Bakul is in, Morenas is in too. Same time now, here comes the move down to the bottom. Gia, careful. He gets body blocked again. Even Diva is chipping in to try and stop him from reaching the gate. But he gets his trade back, and now instead we have the pilot out and about. Yeah, mech went down. A little bit more pew pew pew, and then we're good to go. So Stark is going to be totally fine here, especially now as Brightwing comes in. Turns into a piggy for just a second, but the real party is now starting in 10 seconds as tribute number 1 appears on the map. Oh yeah. So, let's go. That is a nice one. Good damage against Bakul. He went for exactly the move that you're supposed to pull off with the Haka. Trying to make sure that you're dragging the Siege Giants into the tower range so that the defense is a bit easier. But they're pushing the top. So now we're seeing exactly the game that I was highlighting a bit earlier, where they're trying to delay on the tribute. The thing is that they went a bit late onto the position, so Zeratul already channeled it through. But the top lane is still getting pressured, thanks to them protecting the 2 Siege Giants as much as they can. Now we see a similar setup now at the bottom of the map, granted without Sylvanas, but still. And they're trying to go for Stalk. Azerite is a little bit low. They get a bit of damage in, but it's not enough to drop Zeratul. And the rest of the team already moved away here. Red team, though, still fighting for it. Still in a spot where they're saying, hey, you got Diva, you got Mei, we can make sure that those Siege Giants get more damage in, and that's 1 tower down. But at the top, with the help of Sylvanas, they not only moved through the wall, they nearly dropped the fort. So that's not too bad. Macke gets chased and nearly dropped by Lucio, who then again also suffers a lot of damage as he went real deep into the tower range. So that nearly turned against him. Now, everybody is at this point just simply focusing on objective number 2, especially the blue team. Kind of have to get this one. This is a better position for them. You can see that Chili Mountain doesn't even move in for it. Chili Mountain is like, yeah, well, that position kind of sucks, so let's just let this one go. Also, another quick shout out also to Tigers. Macke with really good stacking at the beginning. 29. Oh, and he nearly gets a full duration through again. Ooh, sexy. That is 41 stacks this early in the game, and they nearly get a kill with it too. For Macke, that's fantastic. If you are able to get this many stacks with the first few rotations of your minigun, you're gonna have a great late game. But they still lose Brightwing, and that's of course a problem. Even their Haka was low. They couldn't get the counter kill here. Team Arthas is fighting tooth and nail in this early game to set themselves ahead a bit. 4 more seconds until the bosses spawn, so here we have them. Bosses are already out at the 5-minute mark, and they're still pushing the top lane. They're going for it. And I gotta say that they are pressuring hard. Chili Mountain is under pressure, and they lose the first fort of the game. Now, Azerite is still attacking the bot lane and trying to do as much damage as he can, dropping the entire wall. Brightwing is helping out now too, so once again Stork is in a bit of trouble, but he makes it out, so he's still fine here. But it's still a little bit of a concern here for Chili Mountain. Losing structures this early is never a good thing. Your opponent is still running Sylvanas, so they can capitalize on later pushes as well. Tigers is, of course, a bit of a glimmer of hope here, considering his stacking. And they're even going for a boss. Now, since none of them have been on the map for quite some time, Team Arthas is going to ask themselves, hey, what exactly is going on here? Where are they? And there's not all that many options left. So here they go. They see what's happening, and they are starting to rotate people over. But Brightwing can global in. D.Va is now on the way. And this is going to be an awkward one, guys. This could backfire for Team Arthas if they're trying to fight. They're trying to stall a little bit of time down here. Uther is already dead. And here's the level 10 ability on both the sides. They're trying to steal it. Nubarak is dead. And they take it. They steal it away. No way. They got it. Brightwing is dead. And Nubarak is dead. Berkul gets attacked. Chili Mountain just got wrecked. Maka is about to die too. 4 heroes down. The boss has been taken, and that is a disaster. An absolute disaster. Check that one out. Uther comes in, gets a few more heals through. They got a support either way, a double support setup, and they take the boss and they get the kills. 5 kills to 2, level ahead. They steal everything away. It's an early game boss. It doesn't do as much work, but it's still more than enough to rip them a new one. Chili Mountain on the back foot now, and the camp got stolen away, is slowing down the mid lane. They're already at the bottom of the map trying to take their own boss here. Dehaka and Brightwing are at the top because the red team, of course, knows what's happening here. The red team is going to try and counterplay this. And with Dehaka moving in through the global, they got a chance. Everybody else is rotating in now too. This could backfire for Team Arthas, but if they win this one as well, then that is a mad advantage in this game. So here we go. Dehaka comes in. There's the cocoon already. D.Va is up, and bam! With Mei, they set the wall up, they take the boss, and they go for the kills again! Noob is about to go down. He's trying to escape, but he gets dropped as well. They're going for the Haka, and they killed him too. 8 kills to 2, and what a slaughter. And the next tribute is spawning soon, and it could be the curse against Chili Mountain. What a fight again. They steal the balls, they get a Nubarak, they get Zeratul. But Uther's kind of YOLOing a little bit hard here. The problem is that the rest of the team is also moving in, so what looked initially like a kill that could hit them is a double kill for the blue team. They are toying with them. Guys, this is a curse. Stork just got the 3rd tribute. This is a curse. They can go for keep here. They can already try to push the keeps back. What an insane setup. A talent advantage, a lead in levels. It is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Uther and his boys, they are moving through, and this is going to be likely the first keep of the game, and we're only 8.5 minutes in. That is insane. It's absolutely insane. Team Arthas is coming out swinging in the series. The first map looks fantastic for them. They haven't won it yet, but boy, are they doing damage here. Holy hell. Yeah, this is going to be keep number 1. And now the blue team, of course, they have to decide what else they want to do. And they're looking for core? Wait, what? It seems like they're actually pushing for core. They're going for Azerite. They can't get the kill. The mid and the top are getting pushed. The top keep is taking damage too. Banana jumps out with 40 HP, and the core will take damage. They might be able to end it right here. Chili Mountain is getting thawed quickly in this game. What? What the fuck is happening? This is a 9-minute and 30-second game. They take the lead in the series. Team Arthas with the big boy plays and the victory on Cursed Hollow.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Tomb of the Spider Queen. Well, we had a bit of a speed run. Team Arthas with absolutely insane start into this one. So I was a little bit surprised to see them completely destroy the opposition here. as I'm fixing also their team name. But I gotta say that Chili Mountain, I really don't know what to say about Chili Mountain. Chili Mountain is always all over the place. One day they're playing in a fantastic series and they're looking great, might lose the match, but still they pull out one win after another. Then the next one, they're losing games that they should win easily, and I really don't know what to make of this team. It's always a little bit of a mixed bag. Now, yeah, kind of weird. But we got the Sonya early pick again. There's of course a lot of questions that have to be answered here, especially with Chili Mountain and also with Team Arthas performing the way that they did. Another big question that came through is, what is better, pancakes or waffles? And as I have to say, it depends really on the waffles, because when you're talking about German waffles, for example, they're usually a little bit sweeter, they are soft, and that is the kind of waffles that I like. But then when I came to Spain and also in the US, a lot of the waffles are a lot harder and a lot like more solid, and I didn't really like that. So it depends a little bit on the style of that. Pancakes, then again, when we're talking about German pancakes, then pancakes are always amazing. French crepe are of course great too. The shit that they call pancakes in America, I would not eat if you would torture me. So I tried that a couple of times because they always look amazing, but you can only eat that stuff by drenching it in syrup, or it's just inedible. And that's just horrible. So yeah, there's a big difference between crepe, pancakes, European pancakes, and American pancakes. 3 different things. A lot of people don't know that. And yeah, but so yeah, as with pancakes, waffles, also different styles. Yeah, we're answering all the hard-hitting questions today. And the next hard-hitting question is, of course, what exactly is Chili Mountain now going to pull off? They got Anna already in for Banana, and Banana's Anna was Bananas, and that is their trump card. They're going to try and use that. So we got Sonya together with Dibbles. We got Tomb of Spider Queen as the map. Whatever they combo off with Anna here could work really nicely. So Stukov plus May, a lot of control already on the other side, which I like. But if I'm a little bit worried. I'm really worried. If Team Arthas comes out with another one of those victories that you just pulled off, Chili Mountain is gonna go down quickly. So I don't know, but they really, you gotta buckle up, Arschbacken zusammenkneifen, Mädels, and go for it. Leo comes in, Tychus, we got a Cassia for the damage, and Make as our X-Factor pick. So far it's a solid composition. It's a real solid composition. You have Diablo for good rotations, there's a lot of wall stun opportunities, Junkrat for even more interrupts, and also of course displacement, following up on stuns for example. Okay, Murenas, what are we gonna get from him? Last one. Yeah, I mean, a little bit more damage on their end wouldn't really be too bad either, right? So, wave clear, they got some, Leo in particular, of course, and Gul'dan for the wave clear. Okay, now we're talking. And, of course, the Horrify on 20. Well, let's see, everyone. Game number 2, Chili Mountain. They definitely have to show up. They have to step it up. They have to kind of prove in this game that they're here to win. And we'll find out together now if they can do that. Tomb of the Spider Queen, game number 2 in our best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series. Game number 2, Team Arthas opened the series up with a bit of a slapdown. Chili Mountain, they got burned so hard that they needed 5 minutes between the 2 games to apply a little bit of aloe vera. So hopefully now they are able to play game number 2 and really show what they're made of, because we know they're better than this. Stork on Leo wants to continue where they left off in game number 1 though. We have Morenas on Gul'dan, Skiller on Stukov, Denado on May, and Bishops is playing Tychus. On the right side of the map, we got Make on Junkrat, we have Azerite on Cassia, Gia on Diablo, Backhult on Sonya, and Banana Age is playing Anna. Okay, now we still got the Chaotic Energy on level 1, so a bit of a drain setup initially. Oftentimes we still see, of course, the Echoed Corruption, but it's not the only build anymore. If you can lock anybody down and then get a full drain duration through, you can have quite some fun with Gul'dan and get some single target damage in, so we'll see. We got on the other side, of course, the stacking continuing with the Thunderstroke here. A little bit of a trap setup down at the bottom, and back will just move past it. The wall stun against Tychus, and there's the bullying. Nice. Gia on Diablo, always fun to watch too. They're making a play for Denado as well. Not happy with only 1 kill, hoping for a second one that they cannot get, at least not against May. But they might get it here at the bot lane. Nah, not either. Again, 1 kill, already a good start for them. Up at the top, Make is already trying to play against Morenas, and that could have been dicey if that connects. But Morenas, so far, doing a decent job here. So it's the opening that really matters. Chili Mountain at least showing that they're here to win and getting the initial kill. But the rotation is still happening between the two teams. And let's see who's going to get the first turn in, who's going to get a bit ahead in experience, maybe a talent advantage as they're playing this one out. And we're of course going to keep our eye also on the quest stacks in particular when it comes to Cassia and to Gul'dan. Dawson's Renewal on level 1 for a bit more self-sustain on the side of Stalk, so he's gonna have his Leo at the bot lane in a position where he can at least play against Bakul, but already the rotation towards the Siege Giants. Yeah, they're trying to lock them in, and at the same time they're holding on to this middle setup. I mean, it's all about having vision right now. The problem is that Azerite all of a sudden gets isolated from the rest of the team, and that ends with his demise. Azerite goes down, and they're rotating down to also attack the Siege Giants. And from game number 1, Chili Mountain has real bad memories of what happens around those camps. And guys, I don't know what to tell you, but it happens again. Double boss attempt on the last map, and both of them not only thwarted, both of them taken by the blue team, and several kills ending up in the hands of Team Arthas. And game number 1, after we saw the initial kill for Chili Mountain, is starting to look very similar. Team Arthas moves in, they get a kill against Cassia, they turn it against Anna, they steal the Siege Giants away, and they say like, ooh, look, Siege Giants, and they're starting to take down the bot lane wall. That is not what Chili Mountain really wanted here. Now, also, since we've been talking a lot about Tychus lately, and here again, good proof that both of the level 4 talents are currently totally viable. In this case, going up against Diablo triggers the bigger they are. Now, just to make sure that you guys realize that, we had previous games, today actually, where even a Diablo pick did not trigger the bigger they are, but was still focusing Tychus in the rhythm. So yeah, it is pretty much all about personal preference, about what kind of lineup you're playing, if there's anybody else that usually combos the attack off with you. And in this case, at least, the blue team is trying to chunk Gia down whenever they can. He's a huge factor in every single team fight, and he proved it already earlier. And they are applying as much pressure to him as they possibly can. And in this case, they are taking him down. Ragdoll is getting kicked around a little bit too. A lot of terror my ass. And with that, we have 3 kills to 1. We got 29 gems already turned in. And soon TM, they're going to have enough ready to get turn in number 1. And the first Weapon wave there. Now, of course, the Bruiser camp on the right side has been taken in the meantime. But on the left side, we got the blue team following it up on this as they're trying to do the exact same thing. So, yeah, Stalk turns in another 4, and here comes the level 7 talents. We got the full Drain build, as already mentioned previously. Chaotic Energy, the Health Funnel, and the Curse of Exhaustion. I'm already exhausted just watching how Chili Mountain is getting bullied around here, but I still have high hopes that Gia is going to channel his inner Diablo, and he is the original bully right there. I mean, Diablo does nothing but bully people. He pushes them into walls, he just tackles them a little bit, and pushes them around 6 days to Sunday from one wall to another. If there was a locker somewhere, he would just like use anyone on the other side and stuff him into it. So that's pretty much that. But again, so far, he's been bullied a little bit. And yeah, here he tries again, but he doesn't have the second son, of course. Nice setup though by Macke, but even if Gul'dan goes down, and spoiler alert, he doesn't, because he just turns around and goes for the drain. But even if he would have died, they could have recovered the gems, and Gia has to push back as Tychus was already moving in, and you could see that Bishop's activated his trade immediately. Yeah, smelling an opportunity to take Gia down. And, well, in this case, Morenas easily delivers the final gems, and that is Blue Web Weaver wave number 1 that we're gonna get here. So, good shit. Nice stuff for the blue team. And again, it is the number 5 against the number 6 in the standings right now. In Chili Mountain, they were supposed to, I mean, maybe not necessarily win this one, but I still want to say they were kind of the favorite here. There we go, there's a kill now. Alright, that's a bit more like it. That's gonna make it much easier for the defense. I was really worried after those initial kills and the Web Weaver wave here that we might see a bit of a stompy game after what happened in game number 1. But it seems that Chili Mountain is still able to focus a bit more and prevent the worst from happening. But then, as I say, Diablo! Oh, beautiful setup again by Bishops with a grenade, pushing him back into the silence, into the lurking arm. And that's another great kill against the front line. And level 10 is so close now that Arthas, Team Arthas, they should be able to get a fort here. I mean, they got level 10 right now, and the first thing that happens is like, bam, Odin straight in your face. So they are pushing this back as quickly as they can, try and deal with the minion wave. They also got the Entomb now, so they can really start focusing the top lane a little bit further. They might not get the fort, honestly, looking at it, but they can do a lot of damage and at least take the fountain down. And they want kills too. They're making the play for Cassia, and Cassia is eating a lot of dirt here. The Horrify is also connecting. Can they get Marke? Oh, they can't, but they got close. And the fountain is down, so that's already a step into the right direction. Both of the teams got their level 10 abilities now, though. We have 34 stacks for Cassia in the meantime. And, yep, looking good. 15,000 damage for Cassia, 17,000 for Tychus. And we got a game on our hands. That's definitely a bit more competitive than what we saw in game number 1. Denado is getting attacked too and is trying to slide out, and they were able to get him out of harm's way before the mine got triggered. That could have really pushed him far away. Market delivers, and that's the red wave now coming down. Alright, so here we go. This is definitely much better than what happened in game number 1 for them. They're still busy at the Siege Giants down here, and they lock that in. Stork can easily Wraith walk away. Red team isn't even making the play anymore. Instead, the bigger they are, going for Gia, backline, great interrupt, and that also denies the ult of Junkrat. Yeah, they try. I mean, Sonado boosted Cassia they got to deal with, but that's a lot of ults already out before the Web Weavers are even touching ground. Now, we still need to burn them down somehow, and the Siege Giants are helping at the bot lane a little bit. Stork is already walking away, and it's an easy defense in the middle of the map at least, so that Web Weaver is going nowhere. Up at the top, Morenas is going to be the one to drain this, and he is draining it quickly. But the main focus of the red team is honestly at the bot lane of the map. So, yeah, they're trying to go for it here, and they dive on Stukov. Yeah, and he doesn't make it. Stukov doesn't make it. The entire push past the fort. The fort is about to fall, but they might lose Cassia. She goes down, but so goes Leo. A nice wall to save the retreat, but they still recovered most of the gems here. And all of a sudden, Chili Mountain is looking better and better and better here. They're starting to catch up with kills. They take the first fort down in the game, and they're still looking fairly good. And also, Cassia, she's stacking solidly. I mean, Azerite is at 45 stacks at the 8-minute mark. That's solid. That's good stacking for him. If he continues that pace, he's going to have a fantastic late game. They're even looking for a second turn in. And thanks to the kills that they got, Chili Mountain is way ahead in gems. They're way ahead in the gems at this point. So this is a pretty good setup for the red team now. And the blue team, they're under pressure. They don't have the gems now, so there's nothing that Chili Mountain has to be worried about outside of the level 13 talent. That's a small window. That should be close in a second. But if we get another turn in for Chili Mountain, then this could start to snowball a bit against Team Arthas. But they're still 5 manning the mid lane here and dishing out the damage as we speak. 13 talents ready now for both sides, and they're even popping Odin. Here comes the ice wall again. Nice, good one. But the follow-up isn't there. The Horrify! Oh, and the setup with Stukov. The kill against Sonya. And they turn on Azerite and they get him too. That double, the triple kill. Yes, baby. Yeah, there it is. Junkrat is down. Gia is on the run. 39 gems and all of them lost. Team Arthas moved into the fight and then they dumpstered them. 3 down as they went for Dibbles, and that's 39 gems. That was the most important blow here. Take the gems away from them. Now they go for boss. In the mid lane, the fort has suffered, but it has not fallen. But at the top, the boss is getting attacked, and there's of course no contesting it. Once again, Team Arthas taking the lead with a 5 kill advantage, 1 level ahead, and with the turn-in opportunity in just another couple of gems. They need 4 more, which they will easily get now through Gul'dan in the middle and Leoric, who's moving down to the bottom. They're already starting to turn in. Up at the top, the boss, as you can tell, will be defended against, but this fort is likely going to fall, and if it doesn't fall to the boss, it will fall to the Web Weavers. So yeah, they are going for it. Now down at the bottom of the map, they're even looking for the Siege Giants, trying to aggro them, even moving through the minion wave. And yep, they're getting everything. They're getting the Siege Giants, they're getting the Web Weaver wave, the top 4 has already fallen, they have a 1-level lead, they're looking for level 16 talent that they might get with the next push, and this is just, again, a snowball that could easily turn into an avalanche. The bot lane in particular, thanks to Siege Giants and Web Weavers, is going to be heavily pressured. Somebody has to rotate down and deal with it, and it seems like it's going to be Sonya. Not only her, Maka is moving in too with his Junkrat, but just look at the experience gain that we're seeing for Arthas. They're so insanely close to level 16, and once the talent drops, they are going to look for the fight. And they got the tools too. They got the Entomb, they got everything here. Now, they're already pushing them back, and Chili Mountain is giving up the fort. They can't do anything about it. The one in the middle is also falling. This one is already down. At the bottom, they're already making the play for the wall at the keep because they have level 16. There's just no way anymore for Chili Mountain to fight this. They don't want to fight this. They want to defend as best as they can, but now the sidewall has been opened up, vision has been granted, one tower is down, the Web Weaver isn't even here yet, and the Siege Giants are also still in play. This is such an incredible advantage for Team Arthas, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Now they're taking the wall. At the top, Sonya is defending. The Riptire is coming out to help with the defense and take the minion wave apart. That worked, but every single fort has just now fallen, and they've opened up some of the walls too. At the top, it has taken damage. It hasn't been destroyed, but it is still a big blow against the red team. Now, they still have gems left. They have 61, so they can turn in, but also 25 are available for Team Arthas. Would probably be well advised to try and turn the ones that Stork holds in, so that Leo, well, so that he can use his trade value again. Nah, just kidding. So that he can play a little bit more aggressive if he feels the need for it. It's always nice to get some gems secured. But it's at least 16 versus 16. There's still a level lead, of course, for Team Arthas, but it's a bit bonkers. This is not really what I expected. I mean, it looked so good for Chili Mountain for quite some time in the mid-game, and then all of a sudden Team Arthas moved in for that fight at the bottom of the map and was able to take multiple targets down and get everything. Boss! I mean, it was kind of nuts. And of course, the stacking on Cassia has also slowed down significantly. I was earlier praising Azerite for the 45 stack that he got together at the 8-minute mark. Now, thanks to all the pressure that they have been on the receiving end of, he's only at 55. So in the last 5 minutes, he only increased his stacks by 10. And the Apocalypse here didn't work either. Gia was trying to go for a combo with the APOC, but everybody moved out and he got even close. And now he gets attacked again, and they're trying to burn him down. And just look at the control in the CC here. Gia has no chance, pretty much. He's pushing him out again. Great play from him. Stays alive a little bit longer. Leo is dead, and Gia is alive. How the hell did he manage to do that? What on earth? They drop Leo, but check this out. Keep your eye on Diablo. Gia is pretty much dead, and then she just moves out, pushes the target out, is able to escape the focus. They don't retarget quickly enough, and he's able to walk away. Leo dies instead. Denado is dropping in HP and has to retreat too. And Gia, unbelievably, was able to stay alive here. There were multiple occasions in that last fight where I thought, okay, that's it, Diablo is dead, and then they have to retreat again. But no, he stays alive and he makes the plays for them. 75 gems now in the hands of Chili Mountain. What a setup. Banana H in the back with his 32 gems. Ana, of course, a huge part of how they were able to survive through the last one. I mean, he is just pew-pewing away and getting the big heals in for the team. But still, Gia, with that one stun and that push out of the team fight, was able to confuse them at the least for a little bit. And he's going for another setup with a stun, but he can't make it happen this time. Stork reacts too fast and gets also his Entomb out. They're trying to go for Gia again. But not only him, it's also Maka that's in a bit of trouble. Diablo is the first one to fall. This time Banana can't save them. Here comes the Horrify again. They're shifting the focus back to Backhold in as it's a scene opportunity to take Sonya down. And that is another kill. That's 2 down, 11 kills to 5. And of course they're getting closer to level 20 now. And the bosses are up again, and there is just nothing to stop them. The plays of Team Arthas today are clean. They're just clean. They're doing a fantastic job here. 55,000 damage for Cassia. It's not enough. It's just simply not enough. Gul'dan, even with the build that he has, he's sitting at 120,000 siege damage. Top siege damage in the game. And now the red team is going to try and trade here. Then again, they're losing Mei. the boss is taken, but also there's no turn-in for Chili Mountain. You want to turn in so that you can trade your turn-in for the boss, but it didn't happen here. So it's a little bit of an awkward one. Mei has died, but the turn-in didn't happen either. So now level 20 is about to hit, and this is really, really weird now for Chili Mountain, because they have to defend against the boss at the top, but at the same time, they want to turn in. The blue team stopped it mostly. Azerite is able to deliver another 8, and they're staying away until Mei is back to business. But it also means that the boss is going to do way more damage than they initially anticipated. They wanted to try to go for a turn-in so that the blue team is forced to defend against the Web Weavers while they defend against the boss, and the boss is doing way more damage than they thought it would do. Keep is down to 50% HP, but they get the Web Weaver set up. The problem is, of course, that now level 20 is ready. So, yes, you have the objective pushing for you, and they did have to do it, of course. But they need to deal with the level 20 on the other side. So likely they're going to be able to take a fort down, but at this point in the game, it's simply not really enough, is it now? Stork has 25 gems, and you look just at Morenas, he's sitting on 28, so they more or less have a turn-in ready whenever they defend the Web Weavers of the red team. And Chili Mountain isn't pushing with it because they don't want to go up against Storm Talons, for very good reason. Now, up here in the mid lane, the Web Weaver has already been defeated within seconds, I might add. Just doesn't stand a chance. Leo is focusing at the bottom of the map. And up here, they're, of course, a bit weary of Gia, who's at 87 souls now. So they're sacrificing the top fort, which is definitely the smarter choice, especially since Chili Mountain just locked in their own Storm Talon. So at least they're on eye level. But they still want to hold on to the one up in the middle. And Stork has now defended at the bottom of the map, and that gives them 31 gems in total. They got the turn-in. They can set it up. But here we go. Another big push. Of course, always the chance to go for the Buried Alive here. Yeah, always an opportunity for them. So far, they didn't really have to use them. And Gia, I mean, again, he is in a really awkward spot because he's getting drained into oblivion. Tigers is chunking him down. But Gia is the one who has to make the plays, and he has done a fairly decent job on Diablo given the situation that he's in. He died 4 times, but generally speaking, he's also the one that created a lot of kill opportunities for them. And he has to engage, and he of course knows what's on, that he's going to be on the receiving end of a bit of an ass kicking whenever Leo and Tychus both focus on him, but he has to make those plays. Here's the drain again. And Gia is eating damage over and over again. That was a nice setup though, Denado! And he slides out. Lot of ults already used here, especially since Tychus also committed to the big red button. Yeah, is pushing out the mid a bit. They of course want to turn in. They got the gems. They have 64. And they need especially Stork to turn in. Stork and Morenas, Leo and Gul'dan, both of them need to deliver here. And the red team is trying to do what they can to prevent it from happening. 11 kills to 6. And also, of course, a camp that is pushing through the mid lane now, which could very well result in the fort being dropped. And at least for now, the red team has full control over the turn-in point. Yeah, it's getting a bit closer here. It looked for a few moments like it might be Team Arthas with an easy victory on map number 2 and a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 series, but this one isn't over yet. The advantage definitely goes to the blue team, but they haven't won it yet. They're still trying to go for the turn-in, but Stork, the Entomb, and he goes down. They need to turn it, they need to recover the gems, and it doesn't really seem likely. Nope, instead they are losing 38 of the gems that they had. I think they recovered a few, but it's just not going to be enough. Yeah, Denado has 21. He was able to get at least some of them back, but they don't have the turn-in anymore. And that was a good kill. Now Leo's going to be back soon, of course. But this is exactly what Chili Mountain needs to do. Keep the pressure on, look for a kill. And with 90 stacks, Cassia's Lightning Fury is now also starting to do way more damage here in the late game. So Azerite has picked it up again. He had a bit of a dry spot in the mid game as they were pressured more and more. They just couldn't get anything done. But right now he's coming back with a stacking. Denado slides out and gets saved by the trade. Riptire and Cassia's dead. Cassia's down. Leo came in with a mace to the face and they're isolating Gia too. Diablo's on the run, Hellgate's out, and they're focusing at the same time now on Banana H, who doesn't stand a chance. Yeah, he's slowed down way too much, and now it's also going to be the end of Backhold, isn't it? Spin to win is not going to be enough. Backhold will fall eventually, and now, of course, the map is open. Wide open. The boss is up, the turn-in is up, and they can go for all of it. Oh, this could be the death blow. This could be the death blow in game number 2. They go for the turn-in. They're already on the boss. Bishops is activating him. And instead, it's an attack right here. Blue Web Weavers, they're already on the way. They're trying to prevent them from getting the boss too. But this exposes Gia. And the Entomb is ready in 2 seconds. Diablo dies. And he'll come back, but he is not going to have any stacks. And Skiller, he the entire time just aggroed the boss. So they can still go for both. Web Weaver's already moving in. And yes, 3 heroes are back, but Ana is still dead, Sonya is still dead, and the red team is in a desperate position. They are somehow going to try and defend this, but this is going to be a nightmare for them. The top lane push is easily going to take the keep down, and the boss will move straight towards the core. There's the wall. Diablo does not have any souls. 11 stacks is just not enough, and he gets locked down quickly. They want to get the damage. He gets the APOC out, though, and they're able to keep him alive, but the keep is gone. The keep is gone, and that's not the only thing. Stukov, that's a nice kill. Leo's down too, but so is Cassia. And the boss, 22 minutes in, is marching towards the core as Diablo dies for good. And in the mid lane, the next keep gets attacked as well. This is a disaster. Bishops is chipping in even more damage with a big red button. The core is going to lose the 8 points quickly. And it's a disaster. It's a total nightmare here. Core goes down. Dinado falls. Boss, they might be able to defend, but it's going to be so close. It's all down to Tychus and Gul'dan plus the boss. And it's just not enough. A 2-0 lead for Team Arthas in this series. Chili Mountain losing 2 in a row as they get dropped on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game number 3. Guys, Team Arthas, they are doing too well. They are doing incredibly well right now. I did not expect them to take a 2-0 lead here. So this is getting worrisome for Chili Mountain fans. Chili Mountain, they have been this like weird team throughout the entire season, and it's kind of strange. I mean, they were the second team to qualify for the Masters Clash, and then heading into the season, they started to struggle, but they also went up against a lot of the top teams, so it kind of made a bit more sense. Then they had this epic series against Team Soundless that you should check out if you haven't done yet. It's on my YouTube channel. All the games, by the way, are on my YouTube channel, so you can check out all of the matches that you missed. But Chili Mountain against Team Soundless was probably one of the best series that we had so far in the Masters Clash here. And Chili Mountain just didn't perform there as you would have expected to. I've been talking from Playday number 1 that every single map that you win or lose matters. That it's not only about match wins, it's much more so about which maps you are going to take, how many you are going to take. And that has been proven right every step of the way. And now that we're heading into this series, they haven't taken one yet against Team Arthas, who's a direct competitor that is trying to overtake them in the standing. So Sonya is an early pick again, as Marcus' heroes get banned again. His Falstad and his Medivh. Now, obviously, our boy has plenty of other heroes to play. This is another one of the maps where he played Mephisto in the past. But I'm a little bit worried for Chili Mountain here. Because I can totally see a victory for Team Arthas, don't get me wrong, even heading into the series. But the way that it's coming together here in a 2-0 lead, which, I mean, again, could lead to a 3-0 for Team Arthas, shouldn't really have been in the cards. Game number 2 was a bit closer than the first map, but that speedrun that we saw on Battlefield of Eternity was just insane. Now we got Brightwing and we got Tychus in. Tychus always a solid pick on Inferno Shrines, even in the HGC times, because of Odin. Now, of course, ever since back then, he got a couple of buffs, the grenade build, the auto attack build. A lot of more reasons now to play Tychus, but if you remember, even when Tychus wasn't really part of the meta on Inferno Shrines, the HGC teams in North America liked to pick him together with Alexstrasza, so they had a Dragon Queen set up together with Odin, which is always nice. Those transformations are super powerful. But now we got Cassia again, fires a right. He had a good stacking progress in game number 1, ignoring that little dry spell in the early mid game. We got Uther also locked in for Banana Age, so they could now either play Uther as the solo support, which is possible, or they could still shift it over into a main tank position and then pick a second support. Diablo gets banned, Ana got banned, ban Bananas Ana, because it's bananas, as usual. But, whew. Yeah, Chili Mountain. I'm starting to lose hope for the boys a little bit. They got a few wins in this season, but they have to take teams like Soundless and Team Arthas down if they still want to push into the top 4. Now with the stepladder system, after we are done with the regular season, they can of course always still make their way into the grand final, but it's getting harder and harder with every single series that you lose here. Stalk on Leoric again, we got Denado and Anubarak, so a bit of an engaged setup for them too, where they can heavily push the agenda and try to dive the backline for a quick kill, as Anubarak and Leoric are both moving in. And here's the moment of truth. Is Make going to go for that Mephisto pick again? Are we going to see something completely different from him here? Auriel together with Uther. And, well, we got Gia in. So, interesting. We got Auriel, Uther, mad amount of sustain here to help Sonya, to help Cassia. And is that going to be enough? I'm worried. I wanted more than 3 games out of this series. And, well, let's go. We got Bishops as the last pick. Hanzo and Sylvanas are both open. And it's Hanzo. Alright. Honor! Inferno Shrines, everybody. Could be the last map. Let's check it out. We are heading into Inferno Shrines. Team Arthas is in the lead. 2-0 against Chili Mountain. Can the Mountain come back or not? Without further ado, let's go straight into Inferno Shrines. Team Arthas, Chili Mountain, the 2 teams in our Heroes of the Storm series at the 6th Playday of the Masters Clash on Inferno Shrines. On the left side, Stalk on Leoric with the Austin's Renewal. I've seen that before. Skill on Brightwing, Murenas on Tychus, Denardo on Anubarak, Bishops playing Hanzo in our 3rd game, and a lot of momentum, of course, for Team Arthas. Now we got Maka and Auriel. The man coming in with a big whip over here. We got Azerite on Cassia, Backhult on Sonya, Gia on Johanna, and Banana H on Uther. Yeah, let's get the party started. What can Cassia pull off here? What can we get? This is going to be... this is going to be the last chance for Chili Mountain to at least get a map win in. Banana H, Make, the double support setup that they have here. And I mean, we're talking about the true double support, by the way, so this is not an Uther main tank with a 2nd support behind him. No. This is a double front line with a double support behind it, fully focusing on supporting Sonya and Cassia. So yeah, this is like textbook double support here. And of course, Make has a bit of utility too if he is connecting the whip properly. But Jojo is also giving them a bit more wave clear here. There's already a slight focus onto Tychus. And yeah, Murenas is gonna get out. But well, let's check that out. We got with our top lane, there's of course already Leo in position. There's still a bit of Sonya hunting going on as Bishops and Denardo are making it difficult for Backhult to arrive there. 1 minute marker has been reached, so the camps are up on the map, which means that the red team is focusing on the 3rd camp. So that makes it a bit easier for them to get a double camp lead, since their own camp on the right side is going to make it a bit safer for themselves. But here we go. We got 10 stacks for Cassia, so at least in the early game, doing fairly well here. And they're positioning themselves a little bit more aggressive. I mean, again, they got the sustain, they got the double support here. So they can check all of this in. But let's see what else we're going to get right now, because the problem is still at the bot lane that the map, the entire wall is getting attacked, and they're already doing a fair amount of damage. I mean, the first tower is nearly down, and the blue team is hesitating a little bit more. They're playing this much safer than they did in some of the earlier games. For Soundless and for Team Arthas, it's for both of them true that they love to go for these aggressive fights, and we've seen this especially on the first map. By the way, I talked earlier about a speedrun on Battlefield of Eternity. That speedrun obviously happened on Cursed Hollow after the 2 bosses were stolen or taken by Team Arthas, and they got multiple kills with each one of them as well. And yeah, they went for the aggressive fight, and that's something that we've seen on the 2nd map too, and eventually it's going to happen here as well. The only question is, do you win or do you lose those fights? 18 stacks for Cassia is a good opening again. This time we don't have the bigger they are, there's no Diablo on the other side, so instead they are focusing on in the rhythm. Also, of course, trying to enhance the duration so that even the blind that we're getting from Cassia and Johanna can't really deal with the entire minigun duration. And if you get some good early game stacking in, that's definitely going to happen eventually. Bed of Barbs also for a bit more control around the shrine, and talking about it, the first one just has been announced. So now that we are nearly 3 minutes into the game, it's time to start the party. Denado is going to get the camp with Stalk on the left side, and it is party time. Brightwing can move in, and let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, who takes the first one? Is this where Team Arthas is finally being stopped, or do they just continue where they left off on map number 1? Stork has to move out. Yeah, but Gia is also getting attacked, but the double support with the insane amount of sustain that they have is paying off. They get the kill against Tychus. Yeah, and that's Punisher number 1. They just won the first one. There's not going to be any chance for the red team to stall this out long enough for Tychus to come back. So double frontline, double support, they got the kill, and that means they get the first objective. And Tychus, he got a measly 3 stacks together for his minigun duration. In the rhythm, yeah, has to look for that rhythm a little bit harder now. So at this point, we got the bait over the wall, as you should. Always bait the Punisher over so you can easily defend against it. You shouldn't lose the fort here, but it's still level 7 talents now on both sides with the grenade build continuing. And that fort is taking a fair amount of damage. Gia burned some of the minions down very quickly. Eventually it's going to be taken out. I think they might be able to save the fountain. Barely, honestly. Yep, fountain is saved. Okay, good for them. Down here, Jojo for just a moment was just like waiting it out. And yep, off we go. This quick rotation down to the bottom again for the camp. So I really like that we're currently looking at Chili Mountain with a bit more of an aggressive setup. So not only do they go for the objective, they got the sustain to take the first Punisher, but they also rotate over to the camp as quickly as possible to take it again. And, well, nicely done. So they're doing a fairly decent job trying to maintain control and trying to maintain pressure. And that is now established at the bot lane with the help of the camp that they're defending so that they can slowly poke down the fountain and maybe the fort too. It's not going to amount to like them destroying the entire structure, but as long as you get slow damage in and you pin everybody down on the bot lane, you're still in a decent spot. Brightwing and Leo are holding on to the experience in the middle of the map, and thanks to them, the blue team is still on eye level. But Brightwing gets slapped around a bit, and that's the kill. Kill number 2 for Chili Mountain. Nice! Yeah, and the move straight through the mid lane now. Thanks to the kill against the support, they have an opportunity to come in and take the fort itself down. And that's what's happening. They're even looking for a kill against Hanzo. That one did not quite work out, but again, taking the main structure, or one of the structures, is already a big step into the right direction. Another one is the stacking progress for Cassia. 30 stacks, given the situation and given the... I mean, honestly, we didn't have that many big fights. So, even better performance here by Azerite. If you keep that up, the late game is going to be nice. They're going to be scaling. So, yep. Much, much better performance up to this point, at least, for Chili Mountain. But here's a level 10 ability for both teams. And immediately the push. Yeah, Blessed Shield. So they stunned out Jojo so that she can't come in and drop the Blessed Shield and maybe get a kill against the Nubarak and Tychus, who are both pretty close. No real surprises. I guess Oriel hasn't made a pick yet. Normally you would expect Aegis here, so maybe they're thinking about Resurrect. If you play with Resurrect, or at least back in the day, what you were trying to do is you were moving aggressively into the fight, trying to trade a kill and then resurrect the hero that died on your side. But instead, oh, big arrow miss over here. I mean, damn, son. Yeah, Cocoon got also thrown out. That kind of... I mean... Cocoon and Arrow at the same time is always a little bit dicey because obviously this is not really gonna work for you. Now, as it stands, there's still a lot of saving tools for Chili Mountain. They not only have the Divine Shield, but they also got the Aegis now locked in. And the next objective is also up in just a few seconds. But it really seems like Chili Mountain has the perfect setup. And Jesus Christ. They get an easy snipe on Tychus. That just can't happen. That just cannot happen. Team Arthas, for the second time on the second objective, are now getting an early lead by taking the damage dealer down of the blue team. And that's exactly what they needed. This is another objective for them. I mean, it's another freebie. It happened on the first objective already, and it's happening again. And they really need to position those damage dealers a bit farther behind the frontliners. Now, nice, congratulations, you got the Entomb through. But that is not going to give Stork too much. Now, to be fair, over here, what can he do with the Entomb? It's a 40-second cooldown. It's not like he can't do anything with it. The team fight is over. So this allows him to push Uther a little bit. It forced him also to move back. Another miss on the arrow. as they were trying to go for Uther, but our boy makes it out, drops the Divine Shield to be on the safe side, and in the meantime the bot lane gets pushed as the Punisher is now moving in. Chili Mountain is controlling the entire flow of the game. They're controlling everything here. And these attempts, I mean, again, we're making a little bit fun of it with the arrow cam and everything, but these attempts to go for Banana H at the top lane are not silly moves. You know that you can't do anything with your heroic abilities, so you're going for high-risk plays that could theoretically give you a kill. And if you get that kill, you not only close the experience gap a little bit, you all of a sudden have an opportunity to push the top lane. So that arrow that Hanzo just YOLO'd out is going to be back. It's not a lost cooldown. That Entomb that Leo dropped is also not a bad move, because you're forcing Uther to go for the fountain and you're forcing him to play a little bit more passive. So all of these moves, given that the objective just was taken, make sense. You don't want to do that before the next objective spawns a few seconds beforehand, but in a situation like that, yeah, YOLO it out, avoid the fight afterwards, but look at the heroic abilities now. Hanzo's arrow is back, Entomb is back too. There was no fight in the meantime. There was nothing that could be exploited by Chili Mountain. So those are plays that are not bad. They're high risk and they look a little bit silly when they don't work out. But at the same time, if it grants you the kill, then it's an important step back into the game. Now we're 9.5 minutes in. We're nearly at 50 stacks for Cassia. So good for her. We also got the level 13 talents for both sides. The leading experience is nothing insane that we're seeing for Chili Mountain. So the next objective can still be fought over. It's a 3-kill to 0 advantage that we have for the red team. And stacking has of course been abysmal for Tychus, given that he now died several times just before the fight started, so very little opportunity to get anything in. And he's again face checking, so be careful here. Big arrow this time. Cocoon, follow up, Aegis is out, Divine Shield still not used yet, but they're forcing a lot of the ults here. Then again, they also used a lot of them. And as the push happens at the bottom of the map, Barracuda is dropping another fort all the way up at the top. So they need to respond in kind and do some damage here. But it doesn't look like they can take the fort down. So that's another win for Chili Mountain. They didn't lose anyone, and that's exactly what needed to happen to make this a great fight for them. But can they even get a kill? Yes, they can. Brightwing is down. Stork is down. A 4 versus 5 just got lost. 4 versus 5 lost. And Team Arthas is getting schooled over here. They're getting absolutely schooled. Barracuda goes in, gets the last slap, and that's level 16 as the rest of the team is rotating towards the top to defend here. But yeah, they are getting absolutely crushed. Chili Mountain, I don't know what happened between game 2 and game number 3, but this is way more what we expected heading into the series. They finally woke up. I don't know if it was a cup of coffee or anything else, but they are looking way better now than they did in the first 2 games. So it took a little bit for them to go and get online, but at least now they are playing more aggressive and they are playing way better coordinated than they did previously. 6 kills to 0, 2-level advantage, and another objective coming up on a lane where they just destroyed the wall. That's a perfect setup nearly. So Arthas, Team Arthas, they need to think about how they're approaching this now, because they don't have a level 16 talent, but they kind of want to take that fight anyways. I just don't think that they can. With all the sustain and the extra power that just came online for Chili Mountain thanks to the level 16 talent, I don't think that's a fight that you really want to take if you don't have the level 16 talent, especially now that they're losing Leo too. Of course, it doesn't really matter all that much if you lose Leo, because thanks to the drain that he is going to connect, he's going to be back soon, and he's going to spawn on site. But the attack is still happening. Barracuda is starting to move in. 7 kills to 0. The rest of the team is so close to 16 that they are just waiting for Leoric to reappear so that they can finally take the battle. But there's a big lead already for Chili Mountain. Here's the level 16. Leo's about to be back, so they're trying to take the fight. And in comes Odin. 31 stacks already for Chili Mountain, but they're getting pushed off the shrine. And what's needed here for the blue team is kills. The arrow missing again. Completely. At least the Entomb connects, but Stork is about to be hammered down by Sonya as Barracuda is just keeping the slams up. Epicenter, maybe the Nado can turn it, but the Punisher gets taken. The red team locks in another objective and are pushing straight through that mid lane now. And that is going to be a push for keep, of course. The wall has been taken down already, so there's nothing to do here. You still have an opportunity on the left, and it is looking better and better and better for Chili Mountain. They have them on the ropes, more or less. Team Arthas, a 2-0 lead for them in the series, but right now this double support, double tank setup has too much sustain. And it's too difficult to break through. Down goes Leo, Brightwing, and Tychus. All three of them are dead. And with a Frozen Punisher, it's an easy keep. And of course, they're not going to stop here. They're going to go for core. What else would they do? It's core that you're aiming for here. There's no other choice. You have 3 heroes that you just eliminated, and you're pushing through the mid lane. They are crushing through Team Arthas. They're going through the blue team like hot butter through cheese as they drop a Nubarak. They go through the core shield, and they're even chasing Han. So it's a 5-man team wipe, baby, as Chili Mountain is putting the first point onto the scoreboard. They take the victory on Infernal Shrines. And we are headed straight for game number 4 in our Heroes of the Storm best of 5. Party time! Chili Mountain, they finally showed up. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, Make, Banana, Azerite, Backhult, and Jia. Welcome to the game. So, on Infernal Shrines, they finally showed up and they were like, well, it's time to get this party started. So, maybe they wanted to make it a little bit interesting for themselves. And they said, like, today's handicap, we need to perform the 3-0 reverse sweep. So, they're going for it. But we got Falstad and May banned. And Volskaya Foundry is obviously, as usual, the pick of Chili Mountain. I mean, there are very few games that, very few teams that we have that had love to play on the map. And Chili Mountain is kind of, I don't want to say it's the only one. We have some others that pick it occasionally, but they are definitely the ones that pick it the most reliably out of all the teams in the European scene. The early Sonya pick, so a bit of a different setup, and Insta Uther plus Cassia. I mean, bam! Cassia is great for stacking over here. I mean, she's fantastic on this map. This is the legendary map where Dino himself, hail to the king, my friends.
Hail to the king, baby.
Where he got, I think, 160 stacks in the Cassia game. Like 160 stacks on Volskaya with Cassia. They were crushing. And it was crazy. So now we got Chromie in, we got Johanna, and that is kind of insane too. So Chromie, ugh. I mean, nobody likes to play against Chromie, right? So she's gonna poke the shit out of them whenever she gets an opportunity. Normally she's being banned out, but she made it into the draft, so good for her. Yay! She's happy. Shut the fuck up.
King.
Okay, so I'm just pressing buttons. If you see or hear or get some kind of weird ideas right now, that's on you guys. That is not me. You guys have a dirty mind over there. If that sounded weird to you. So, yeah, Chromie is in, our little fake dragon made it in, and again, the reason why I know that she's a fake dragon, despite what all the World of Warcraft nerds are saying, no respectable dragon would ever take the form of that. That's just not happening. Like, if you're a dragon, if you're a mighty dragon, that's the last thing that you're thinking about, so that's just bullshit. I'm calling BS on that. No. So yeah, she's faking it. She's just lying. She's just lying. She's delirious. Marga is playing Ana. I hope that gets swapped around. I mean, it would be a shame if we had an Ana with a double support and Banana isn't playing it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But if we got a Banana in the game and an Ana, then Banana has to play Ana. I mean, come on. Anyways, we got the double support, so they are sticking to their guns, and they got a Malthael. Can you imagine a nano-boosted Malthael with a Divine Shield? That's one of those setups where you just don't want to play anymore. Bishops on Genji, and we got Stukov. So with Stukov, they got the silence. They got Chromie to poke them down slowly. They got Genji as a follow-up. And, well, it is a nasty combo. They got some really sick heroes there. But then again, you're looking over on the other side, and you have another double support, and you also got, of course, Malthael together with that. The only question still is Uther played as a main tank? Or not? Well, I'm battling hiccups here. Question has been answered.
Kinky.
Nubarak is in. And that leaves us with our 4th map coming up. Volskaya Foundry, everybody. Let's check it out. I'm hyped. Can Chili Mountain force map number 5? They had a great performance on Infernal Shrines. Let's see if they can do it again. Game number 4, Team Arthas with a stock on Sonya. We got Bishops on Genji, Morenas on Chromie, Skiller on Stukov, and Denado is playing Johanna. And guys, Mark is playing Anna. There he is. Banana needs to play Anna. I mean, honestly, like, what is wrong with these people? Marco on Anna and Banana on Uther. Berghult, he's going to be the one that has to carry them to victory. Oh, maybe not quite. I mean, again, the Nano Boost and Cassia is not bad either. We've seen that previously. He completely popped off. But I'm just having a picture in my head where Malthael gets a Divine Shield, goes Tormented Souls, and then has a Nano Boost and just rips everybody apart on the other side. Because normally what you're trying to play against him is like a lot of stuns, but if the Divine Shield is up, then that is going to be real tricky. Gia on Anubarak, and we got Azerite on Cassia. Let's go! Let's check out what they can pull off here. First of all, they're trying to pull off a bit of a fight in the middle of the map, and ooh, someone is already getting a bit slapped around here. Azerite is taking quite a bit of damage. And yeah, Morenas is just fighting with the Time Worker's Pursuit as the level 1 talent from the back line, trying to go for some easy poke damage. Sonya is now down at the bottom of the map, so Stork is going up against Berghult, and everybody else is focusing towards the top a little bit more. The one thing also to pay attention to on this map is, of course, the items. So once that the 1 minute marker has passed, you have 3 available, 2 turrets and a healing beacon that you can fight over, which is what they're going to be looking for. But yep. There we go. Banana up at the top. Down at the bottom, still a Nubarak and also Malthael. And here we go. It's time to go for a couple of items here for a little bit of control. And who's going to go for the turrets first? Well, it's Genji. Genji and Stork are making their move immediately. And everybody else is still protecting the healing beacon. But we already have some heroes on the red team side moving towards their own turret camp, so that they can at least draw even. And then it's only a question of, is someone going for the healing beacon? Are both going to try and make their play here? Are they fighting over it? Is someone going to get it up? And we'll find it out eventually. Marke with the sleep dart attempts every time to set up the rest of the team for a potential kill. At the bottom of the map, our solo laners are still playing it out, and all the way up at the top, Chromie is poking. And with 2 supports on the other side, there's of course a lot that can heal out the poke damage, so long battles are really good for Chili Mountain, since they have an insane amount of sustain here. There's a level 4 talent for them, already kicking in, and it should also happen any moment now for Team Arthas. Good stun, good sleep dart, Genji, another stun, protected by the way. Makes it out and is still totally fine here. But Azerite is using the opportunity to get some additional Lightning Fury hits in and increases the stack count. So good for him. And they are making the play for it. They have the double support, they have the sustain, so they are going for it. And Team Arthas, are they going to face the music here? Yes or no? They're trying to isolate Banana a little bit and get easy damage on him. Chromie is poking from the outside. Lurking Arm was ready, but gets interrupted. And they're trying to make the play, but it's not over yet. The 2 supports are working overtime to keep everybody alive. But still, Stork coming in from behind, and it's a kill against Jojo. Jojo is down, and everybody else is on the run as both of the teams sacrifice their turrets. But it's a healing beacon that they were, of course, all hoping for, and Banana H was able to secure it for Chili Mountain. Yeah, good start for them. They're pretty much continuing where they left off on map number 3. So, good for them. It would be kind of funny if from a 2-0 we would go to a 5th map. And can you just imagine Chili Mountain coming through with the reverse sweep? They could do it. They could definitely do it. But it would be kind of crazy. I'm not sure if we had a reverse sweep yet in the actual Masters Clash. We had some, if I remember correctly, in the qualifiers. But still, that would be insane. So, for now, 16 stacks and the early control on the Protector for Chili Mountain. Yeah, level 7 is, of course, what the 2 teams are currently waiting for. And, well, it is Genji who's probably going to try and slow them down a little bit. Yeah, dismounting them. And control has been taken in the middle of the map now by Team Arthas. So they're still trying to stall this out. They're still trying to make sure that they're going to be the ones also fighting for the Protector. But Genji goes down at the top. Okay. So much for that. At the bottom, they're trying to make a play for Jojo. And not only for her, but also for Sonya. And Stork is about to fall. He makes it out. Nice. Level 7 kicking in here for him. And at least for now, they're fine. But up at the top, the fight continues. And it's Banana H that is in trouble for just a moment. But yeah, there's small skirmishes all over the place. The problem for Team Arthas is that in the middle, Maka has taken control of the checkpoint again. So they're getting closer and closer to the first Protector. And despite the fact that a lot of teams are not really valuing the Protector too much, if it goes up against you and you don't have a lot of heroes that are good at defending against it, then you might be in trouble. Another item advantage for the red team as they lock in their second turret in the game. And the blue team hasn't done that yet, so they're fighting without any items here in the middle. And here comes the poke, backward, low, but he's alive. The healing beacon has also now been deployed. And they can use it for even more sustain. A double support plus the healing beacon, you're never going to break through that. And they realize it too and just simply fall back and sacrifice objective number 1. Protector is already down. Sonya is pushing the top a bit, but you can tell that there's a 1 level lead by now. And we got our level 10, of course, for Chromie with a slowing sands right here. So they're trying to defend against the Protector, but at the same time that happens, Cassia is pushing out the top lane, and they're getting closer and closer to level 10, and that's the bigger problem. Because the wall in the middle is already lost, now they're moving towards the top here. The goal is, of course, usually to take down the fountain, so that for the second objective you have a much better position and don't have to deal with your opponent's sustain. And there's the Tormented Soul, as expected. Nano Boost, Divine Shield. Yeah, it's exactly the combo that we've been talking about as the picks came through during the draft. So now the top fort goes down too, or at least it's insanely close. Thanks to the level 10 ability, they can push in whenever they want. Probably going to wait for the minion wave to make it happen. Malthael is even in the mid lane. And guys, this is such a great opening for Chili Mountain. I mean, damn. It does not get much better than that. 2 kills to 0, more than a level lead, level 10, 4 taken down, Protector number 1 locked in, can go for the objective, aka items. This is fantastic. Yeah, this is pretty fantastic. That's great. And now Team Arthas, they're trying to play catch up. They got their own level 10, so at least now they got a bit of a fighting chance, but they are gonna have a tough time here. They need to really make a little bit of headway. And instead, there's the Cocoon against Sonya, and that should be a kill. Sonya went for leap and leaps out. Alright, that's one way to deal with the situation. But there's the Blessed Shield, the turn, Divine Shield, Nano Boost, and it's Malthael playtime. Malthael comes in, gets 1 kill, gets 2 kills, and they're looking for more. They can't take the Nado down here, but it's an easy double kill, and that is Malthael just absolutely going bananas. I mean, check it out here. Look at Malthael. He gets the Divine Shield, he gets the Nano Boost, and then he turns it around and says like, alright, it's time to go and wreck some heads. Bam. Double kill. Easy. 4 kills to 0, and now they take down the second fort. And again, all of this is happening before the second objective has even been announced. They're not even close to it. So there is the second fort destroyed, which means that your bot lane, your third objective lane, is also in trouble. And that is an insane lead. 4 kills to 0 and more than a level lead. I mean, what else do you want, honestly? It's just disgusting. Divine Shield and Nano Boost on Malthael with Tormented Souls. Fucking disgusting. Seriously. Ah, well, they're trying to go for a kill. That didn't really work, but they at least have a few items. One gets dropped. Marker, he realizes that he's not going to make it, and he goes down. So that's the counter kill. That's Team Arthas bringing it back. Can they get more? They need to get more. Stalk, that's the wrong direction, baby. You're not going to find salvation over there. If it's not Cassia that kills you, then you're going to fall to the fort or minions. It's one of the two. So 24,000 damage already for Cassia. We got 13 in the hands of Chili Mountain. They go for Nubarak. Gia, yeah, he's trying to stun them out, but it's Stukov that falls. They had a chance to go for Gia. They were trying for just a moment, but then he turns it, he gets the stun in, and that's another kill. 6 kills to 1. Objective has been announced, another 30 seconds, but of course in the meantime they're already looking towards the last remaining fort in the middle of the map. And yeah, it's a bit bonkers. They are heavily ahead right now, and the combo is back up. Now they can need the Tormented Souls for it, but the rest is there. Team is at least getting the camp, so there's that. They were thinking about invading it, and Gia is now getting body blocked completely by Denado, but it's not enough to grant them a kill. Now there's always, of course, the threat of a leap. That's definitely true. Blessed Shield into a leap would be nice. Just simply leaping on a target could already seal the deal. And the follow-up with the Virulent Reaction is also pretty impactful if Stukov goes for it. So there's a lot of tools that they can still use to turn this around, but of course it's going to get more problematic as the game continues, given the fact that they lost so many structures already, especially on the top and the mid lane, the bot lane. So instead they're trying to maybe fight over the healing beacon here, so that's one step. But yep, there we go, trying to steal it out. Leap into the back, and Maka, X-Strike, and the Cocoon saves the day. He survives with a heal dart that he throws out. Unbe-fucking-lievable. Ana is alive, but a Malthael who falls. So that's actually a good kill for Team Arthas. It's insane that Ana didn't die, honestly. And a lot of heroes worked together to make sure that that was a successful escape. Especially the Cocoon that we saw from Anubarak was worth so much. It should have been a kill. But they were able to save Ana. The problem is that Malthael died, and he's of course the big part when it comes to the damage. So much better control here from Team Arthas in the last fight. Now they're still very much so behind, but they are starting to close this gap a little bit. If they can somehow lock this second objective in, then maybe they can close the gap enough. But now there's a bit of a fight happening at the bottom of the map. Marcus sleeped out, of course, in the last battle was also kind of fantastic. But here we go. There's the play, the leap, and Ana is down again. Yeah, they definitely have their target now. They go for Ana whenever they can, but here comes the play from Malthael, and they get the kill against Stukov. He came in with the Tormented Soul again, they got the level 16, and they abandoned the top, so now it's 56 against 50 points, and thanks to the Cocoon, they get the easy snipe also on Genji, so that's another one down, and the level 16 talent is in. So, yeah, I mean, it always feels like Team Arthas is nibbling a bit on the edges of a potential comeback, but then there's Chili Mountain just showing up with their disgusting Mephisto comp again, and it is paying off. So, yeah, well done. I mean, either way, we, for now, got 3 kills to 8. We got also a collapse onto Stork, and he can't leap out. He needs to buy some time. He's on 3 seconds. Yeah, okay, now he has enough to leap out, but the rest of the team is also looking for a fight. Dinado gets attacked, the leap, nice, connects with one, but he has the nano boost, and it's the end of Jojo. And Anubarak is at the top, so that's not even a fair fight. Yeah, Anubarak is going to go for the Protector. That's 9 kills to 3. It is more and more likely that we are heading into game number 5 if this continues, because there is a lot of momentum for Chili Mountain now. And these team fights, as much as the blue team makes it seem like they can take these kills and maybe bring it back, they are still fairly one-sided. Chili Mountain, they got 9 kills to 3, and they have taken every single fort down. So there's just more and more ground that is lost by Team Arthas. They're losing ground everywhere. They don't have a single fountain anymore in the middle of the map, which makes every single objective that is being fought over incredibly difficult. At the bottom, they can now open up the map for a potential third objective that they could very easily win. They already opened up the map in the middle. And just simply doing that, just simply opening up the walls is more than enough. Now, they have to, of course, still be a little bit careful here, since it's a 5-man that comes in, but Backhold is now also with the team. He has, by the way, 39,000 damage, 49,000 for Cassia, and they're coming in with another minion wave now. So, yeah. Cassia, mad damage, huge impact for Malthael. I mean, it's not only the damage output. Thanks to the focus on Malthael, Cassia has also a lot more space to work with, a lot more wiggle room here to get stacks together, to get good damage in, and to connect all of that. And it's working beautifully well. The one thing that Team Arthas can do is try and really focus on one target and drop it quickly, and they've done that now multiple times to Ana, for example. If they get that quick kill in, then that's great. But the problem is you need the next strike, you need the leap from Sonya, you want to have a little bit more even. And if Uther drops a quick Divine Shield, that can ruin the play very, very easily. And that's, of course, a positive cooldown trade for you then. And that's an issue. So, right now, another item has been taken. And item leads are highly impactful on this map. So we got 2 turrets against the healing beacon. And the more important part, we have more or less a 2-level lead. Make it 1.5. But 19 and a half, they're getting closer and closer to level 20. And they lock another item in. So, yeah, tough. It's getting difficult. It's getting really difficult for Team Arthas. Because now that they're not forcing a fight, what's going to happen? It's going to be a level 20 for Chili Mountain, and I don't think that Team Arthas can close that gap. Now, they will probably get close. Maybe towards the end of the third objective, they can force a fight on even talents. But even for that, they will have to work hard. Because here we go. That's the Storm talents. 1.5 levels are missing. Objective hasn't been announced yet, so still have a couple of seconds to play around with, but you need to burn these minion waves down, and you need to do it while Chili Mountain isn't close to set up a gank to you, because Chili Mountain is of course taking a much more aggressive stance on the map now that they have the level 20 talents. They got their Storm talents. I mean, why wouldn't they be aggressive? That's exactly what you need to do. You're ahead, push the advantage. That's what it's all about here. So there's a redemption. Malthael, probably gonna take No One Can Stop Death eventually, but always waiting that one out. I mean, with a minute coming up, they can still take another item. They have more or less turrets on most of those guys already. They hold 3. But they're opening up all the walls. They're trying to go for some fountains. They're trying to go for the next camp. But slowly and steadily, Team Arthas is getting experience. Genji is moving out at the top now that they got vision at the bottom. There's again the attempt to go for Jojo this time, but the poke is there, and thanks to the iron skin, they're moving out. Genji has to retreat and does that by simply Hearthstoning out. So they are on level 19, and the objective hasn't been announced yet, so they're doing their best to get level 20. And as I said, they might not be able to get it when the objective is spawned, because that's in 30 seconds, but they should be able to get it before it's taken. So there's that. And that might just help them enough. 68 stacks now for Cassia. And they, of course, Chili Mountain wants to get a bit more here. And Genji has moved into the middle. Another minion wave, getting a little bit closer. Now they're 19.5. They can defend at the bot lane a little bit more. There's another wave here. Nobody on the red team side has made their way towards the objective yet. Another item is about to be taken by Backward. But level 20 will be ready. Team Arthas is gonna get that. And then they have to win the fight. So far they haven't taken a single structure out. There's still 3 forts on the map for Chili Mountain, and every single fountain is still ready. Which means if you're fighting for the bot lane, that fountain over here is gonna be the big lead for the sustain. Make is sitting at the side. He needs to be very, very careful. But here comes the push out now, as they are waiting for level 20 for the next minion wave and to force the battle itself. So, yep, here we have it. Storm talents on both sides, everybody. The X-Strike with the living weapon. We also got the Radiating Faith now. First few items have already been dropped. I mean, red team has plenty. So there we go. But this is the moment of truth. This is the one fight that you're gonna get. This is the team fight. So make your play, make your stand. This is the one. Now or never. Win the battle, get some kills, get the objective, and you're slowly getting back into the game. Lose this one, and you're pretty much out of it. Yeah, nice damage here. Ooh, great poke against Banana in particular. Hasn't used Nold yet, but that was exactly what they needed. Easy damage through Chromie. Try and retake the position down here. Stalk is holding it. He can always go for the leap. 38,000 damage for Chromie. 60,000 for Cassia. Damn. And they're coming in again. Nice poke. And Nubarak gets wrecked. And Nubarak tees down. And there's their healing beacon. Divine Shield is out. Nano boost. And he's trying to go for the kill. Skilla. Yeah. Stukov. And he's gonna die. Stukov is likely gonna fall. Jojo died first. And that's the double kill. Double kill is in. And that is all that they needed to lock another objective in. They get the 222 just as they're taking Genji down. They're looking great here. So, yep, kill after kill is coming in. Jojo down first, Stukov next. And down here, they're going for the next objective. Perfect situation. They're turning it even onto Stalk. And that is the end of Sonya. Sonya is down. The objective is taken. Every single lane is currently pushing against Team Arthas. And they're losing Chromie as well. That's going to be the end of the game. We're going map 5, baby. We're going map 5. 5-man team wipe as the entire blue team gets wiped off the map. Nobody stands a chance here. And this is going to be the 5th map of the series. Chili Mountain bringing it back, everybody. They're bringing it back, and they have a chance for the reverse sweep now. Up to now, it was more of a theoretical thing. but now all of a sudden it can become a reality on our next and final map in this series. Nicely done by Chili Mountain. A very, very slow start, but they are finally finding their rhythm. And let's find out if Team Arthas can stop them on the 5th map. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised. We made it into the 5th map. I was worried, a 2-0. I did not think that Maka and his team would be able to really get their shit together and then force the 5th map. But here we are. Towers of Doom is the final map in the series. We're going the full distance here today. And there's a chance of a reverse sweep happening. There's a lot of momentum now for Chili Mountain. Volskaya is, of course, kind of their map. So I think that win is less surprising to me than any of the others. But this double support setup with Uther is really working for them. And I would be a bit shocked if Team Arthas is not going to get rid of Uther, maybe as a first pick. Because, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like this double support style is really working well for Chili Mountain now. And I would be a bit worried about that if I'm Team Arthas here. But they have to ban out Medivh, of course, since you're still going up against Maka, and this is going to be a super easy first pick for them. They banned Cassia, though, so they really identified Cassia at least as a bit of a problem regarding the damage. But you can already tell that they're quite hesitant on their first pick, because there's a lot of option of what to go through. I mean, we've seen a lot of Sonya picks. You're thinking about Uther at this point. There's a Chromie that is still up here. So there's Stukov. I mean, again, kill comms, you name it. And they take Uther. So they banned Cassia, they still denied them Medivh, and they now also picked Uther. And that is removing a lot of the things that made Chili Mountain in the 2 games that they won dangerous. Instead, though, we get Falstad. Falstad for Maka, I have highlighted in the previous drafts how the bans against Medivh and Falstad were pretty much bans against Maka himself. This is Towers of Doom, so you're looking again at a big global for Maka. And they have Sonya. Now, those are heroes that were previously taken either by stock or they banned them out. So, yes, you took Cassia away from them. Yes, you made sure that they're not going for that Uther double support. But you sacrificed, of course, some other picks. So, it's kind of... Again, it's a trade-off. You're never really going to end in a situation like... Or especially in a 5-mapper, you're never going to be in a spot where you're like, okay, we can deny everything to them. So, you gotta fight your battle. You gotta pick your battle. And then fight the fight. And now Uther is on their end. They got Urel together with it. They got Sylvanas. So they are working towards a good position for themselves here. And they are finally, again, reacting to what they had trouble with in the previous games. But that doesn't mean that the combo that Chili Mountain is building for themselves here is any less scary. And Marcus Falstad can be a beast. Great for towers. Especially now since Boomerang is baseline. Opens up even more possibilities because now Secret Weapon becomes useful. If you're alone on the lane, you can push structures. Easy as that. Now we got Berkul coming in. With Sonya, Brightwing gets banned to make sure that there's not even more globals. And here comes the double pick. What are we getting from them? What is Azerite, for example, picking? That's another big question here. He played, I mean, we had him on quite a couple of important picks earlier. Zeratul was a lot of responsibility on his shoulders and it didn't really work out for them in game number 1. He's the one who played Cassia in the last 2 games that they won. Here comes Stukov and Varian. So Stukov, Varian, Sonya and Falstad. I was actually wondering earlier, and I talked about it, that could be a combo that gets played by Team Arthas, but instead it's actually Chili Mountain that locks it in. Okay. And the last 2 picks. This is the moment of truth. This is really where you have to now come through and say, okay, what are we going to get? Denado, his May was denied. Garrosh was also taken away. So that's 2 supports, 2 main tanks that he can't take anymore. And, well, there's Chromie and there's Jojo. Chromie again. 2nd time in a row now. Alright. And last pick. Game number 5. Reverse sweep, yes or no? That's the question. Reverse sweep, yes or no? That's the big question right now. What are we going to get from them? And, well, coming in on the final pick, what's it going to be? Azerite, Li Ming! Li Ming for the resets. Let's go, everybody. Towers of Doom. Final map in the series. Are we going to see the reverse sweep? Yes or no? We're going to find out. Team Arthas against Chili Mountain, everybody. Let's get things going on our final map of this best of 5 series at the Masters Clash. Game number 5, the final map, everybody. Let's go. Stalk on Urel. They won 2 games in a row and they had a 2-0 lead, and then when they thought, okay, we pretty much got that series locked in, they started losing. We got Morenas on Chromie, Bishops on Sylvanas, Denardo on Jojo, and Skilla is playing Uther. On the right side of the map, Chili Mountain. They got the momentum now. 2 wins in a row and the opportunity to make the reverse sweep happen. The Dream. Banana H on Stukov, Berkult on Sonya. We got Mako on Falstad, G on Varian, and Azerite is playing Li Ming. Let's go. Let's see if they can pull it off this time. The level 1, as usual, the frequent flyer is in, and we got the low blow as the lurking arm build starts up in our 5th game. All the way up at the top, Berkult is starting to take his lane, and at the bottom of the map, the rest of the team is already playing it out with Gia anchoring the play at the side, making sure that nobody can be ganked, and everybody is just simply rotating. Towards the top, we even got Urel being assisted by Bishops a little bit. Of course, both of the teams are going... Oh, first of all, they're catching the rotation here. Bishops gets attacked. Nice. That was a really neat move by Maka, but it didn't have that big of an impact just yet. So they can heal this out easily. But yeah, there's of course... I mean, again, there's a lot on the line here. There was a bit of a break between the 2 games. And Team Arthas, they could definitely take a short break, think about, okay, how do we approach this right now? What do we need? They made sure that this time the draft is incredibly different. They locked in Uther for themselves. They banned out Cassia, but they allowed Sonya and also Falster to be taken by Chili Mountain. And the last pick on the red team side into Li Ming is, of course, giving them even more burst damage. So after a good taunt and the lurking arm follow-up, Li Ming is going to be the one to try and chunk down the hit points of the target. Bishops is already playing this incredibly safe now. And is not even leaving his mount. But both of the teams locked in their pumpkins. And it is time to party. So, let's see what they can do. A bit of a push at the bottom for Denardo with an approach for the first potential kill. But it's not happening. At least not just yet. Also, a slight attack against Sonya, as you can see. So Berkult is the one rotating between the lanes in an attempt to keep the experience up for the 2. We have now with level 4 talents also taunt, and as of course where the party starts, an immediate damage output against Sonya, against Jojo. That nearly led to a kill here. But the Iron Skin helps Denardo to get out of this one. But that was dicey already. So that was just perfect. The angle for Li Ming was great. She could get the damage connected within seconds. And now at the top, the fight for the camp. And this is kind of reminding me a little bit of Cursed Hollow. But the rotation of Sylvanas is a little bit slow. Time is being bought here. But Stalk is about to head out. And yes, at least the kill against Berkult happens. But it's still a trade. 2-4-1 as the team in blue loses 2 of their heroes. Yeah, and of course that allows for the top push, but that was a pretty neat one. Stark was trying to buy as much time as possible for Sylvanas to join the fun, and Sylvanas at least gets the counter kill. But with everybody else from the red team side also moving up towards the top, there was just nothing they could do to get a fair trade. Now, talking about trades, top left, top right get equally exchanged. But at the bottom of the map, Donado gets pushed out, and now with Banana H rotating into, it doesn't really seem like they can prevent... Well, maybe the flashlight. Yep, there we go. Alright. Gets the interrupt in, and all of a sudden there's a chance for our Team Arthas after all to fight for this one. It seemed for quite a bit that Chili Mountain would get an easy freebie on the 3rd altar, but not so fast. Team Arthas is interrupting, and they got a lot of interrupts, of course. Not only the flashlight on... Jojo's side, but also the kill against Li Ming. And Morenas is great on interrupting from a distance too, but the counter kill attempt against Sylph, the heal comes in, and Morenas is able to channel the altar. Nicely done. They're not even losing a hero here. It's 36-32 in favor of Team Arthas. Yeah, there's a lot on the line here. As expected, the secret weapon now coming in again. The old boomerang is now baseline. So this is all of a sudden a talent that gets you value compared to the alternatives, especially if you're pushing alone against structures or minions, which is pretty much the theoretical version of it. Not something that you're going to accomplish a whole lot in team fights where it's a lot more hectic, but still. 11 stacks also on the level 1. And slightly in experience for Chili Mountain. They're doing better when it comes to lane XP at least. But Team Arthas isn't too far behind. And they got the extra objective. But of course team fights are what it's going to come down to at the end of the day. And also level 10 abilities. I mean, we still have to figure out what exactly the teams are going to try and do here. But especially on Falstad side, Gust is of course what you would expect. It would be kind of fun if we went for Hinterland Blast and we had one game at least in the Masters Clash where one of the teams started to meme a little bit and went for it. But chances of it happening are pretty much slim to none considering that it's just too much utility. Yeah, they go for Morena, so for Stork, and instead it turns quickly against Varian and Gia is gonna die. Varian goes down. Gets completely murdered from all sides. That was a bit more action than he really bargained for. So that's a good kill for Team Arthas, not only because it closes the experience gap a little bit more between the two teams, but also allows them to go for their own camp, which could have been contested. And they have a nice... I mean, they got a good chance to set up at the objective. I don't really think that they can necessarily take it because Varian is going to be back in time, but at least they are able to set up here. And it's a double objective, of course. There's 2 altars up right now. So you can still go for a more or less even trade here. And everybody is abandoning the bottom as the fight is shifting towards the middle more so than anything else. But the longer this lasts, the better for the red team, since they will get the level 10 ability just a bit faster than Team Arthas. It's going to be an even exchange, I suppose, since the blue team already locked in the altar channel in the middle. And they're giving up at the bot lane. So, yep, even trade between them. And that allows also Urel to go for some more pushing at the top, and that's an early level 10 for the blue team. Not really by much, I mean both hit it more or less at the same time. We also get with that now mind control for Sylph, and yep, they are looking for that fight in the mid lane now. And we get Leap again. Leap is in, so a taunt into Leap, definitely possible now. And Backward is already looking for the engage here. And let's not forget that the follow-up of Stukov is also kind of brutal whenever he gets it. Marke, talking about follow-up, he nearly got dropped, but they also baited Denado in a bit, and Azurite nearly capitalized on it with the kill thanks to his level 7 talent. With Calamity, you have, of course, a huge amount of damage output that you can chip in on top of everything else that Liming brings to the table, and that nearly led to the end of Jojo. Yeah, and everybody is playing really cautious here. I mean, damn, you're talking about game 5 all of a sudden. First of all, if Chili Mountain pops off and gets really the reverse sweep, that in and of itself would already be incredible. But as I explained right at the beginning of the series, the teams are neck and neck in the ranking. We got Chili Mountain on 5th place and Team Arthas coming on rank number 6. So you need to win this. Team Arthas needs to win it to not lose contact with Chili Mountain and also start to aim for the top 4 again. And for Chili Mountain, it's highly important to not fall even farther down in the standings if they finally want to overtake Team Soundless one day. There's the Divine Shield to save Johanna, but Uther is also low, turns around for the stun. The mind control is in, but they just cannot... Well, maybe now! Stalk! He nearly got the kill. And in the meantime, we got Chromie down at the bottom of the map. Chromie's just sitting here, doing a solo thing, and she's like, la 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 la. Nothing really to do. So Chromie not participating in the fight, just like lulling around a little bit, and just sits here in the bush. Going full IIR and, yeah, waiting for everybody else to come back down to play with her. Yeah, that top engage, that was kind of cool to see that we had so many of them just throwing out their ult and nearly getting kills with them. But of course now the real fight starts, and this is the 5 versus 5 now that Backward is joining in. Another 10 seconds to get the lead back, but they're isolating Banana Age, and that is Stukov down, counter kill potential, and they get it. They take Jojo down, and they're trying for Urel, but Stork makes it out. Chromie with a timeout, but she is not going to survive this, is she now? There's no Divine Shield, nope. Chromie is dead too. What started off with a nice kill against Stukov to eliminate the support from Chili Mountain's lineup ends with 2 dead heroes on the blue team side and the camp stolen away as the shots are connecting. 28 to 28, 4 kills to 4. It is dead even at this point. Dead even. Yeah? And now some pressure through the bottom of the map. You of course want to try and take some of those bell towers. The virulent reaction is in. And the follow-up after the frequent flyer now with the level 13 for Falstad, getting him a bit more synergy. And talking about the birdie, he's already going for Stalk here. And Urel is going to make it out. Yeah, our blue space goat is going to do her thing. They're baiting him. It's a trap! And Muck isn't falling for it. He's having none of that. Yeah, quite a few of them are actually gonna try for the Chinese push meta over here. You have a lot of traps set up, and that leads nearly to a kill on Chromie. And they might have to sacrifice the Divine Shield here. The heal is out, and they're saving her. The Blessed Shield missed, though. Blessed Shield missed. Mind Control. Oh, they are not getting anything for their ults. And Stalk is low. He's trying to escape, but Divine Shield, yeah, it makes it possible. Oh, the leap on 3! No way! Urel is dead. But Sonya died too. Oh, that just hurt. Such a nice play. And it played perfectly around the Divine Shield. And then the kill against her just on the way out. But the battle isn't over. It's still a 4 versus 4 that is playing out in the bot lane. As the Arthas are activating all the way up at the top. And kill against Li Ming and against Jojo. As both of them are walking away. But yeah, check out that fight. I mean, look at this. The leap was perfect. Just leaping straight after Urel. And then backward after he got the kill is moving away. And he's still getting dropped here. So, it was a cool move anyways. I mean, you literally see Urel jumping away. And then Sonya following it up immediately. So, yeah, 4 shots fired. Stukov is in the meantime also channeling out the top. That's another 4 that get fired out. And that, of course, leaves us still with both teams on even footing. On the core, 24-24 right here. Okay, with that we got 6 kills to 6 and the party continues. At the bottom of the map, Falstad is also pushing this out even further, hoping of course to eventually take down that bell tower. Denado is the one contesting it and trying to bring his wave play in. The experience is very, very similar still. There was always a slight lead for Chili Mountain, or at least for most of it, but they're always bringing it back. So, yeah, they're sitting tight. Urel again jumping in, the taunt, and, well, that's how you get a quick kill. Urel jumping in, seeing an opportunity, and what can I say? She got punished pretty quickly for that. Leap, okay, but I don't think this is going to lead to anything. No, not really. Try to go for the mind control, and that didn't work there either. But yeah, check out, this is how you get a quick kill. Here we go, snipe, and taken down. That's all here, level 16 for them. They even went for the fight here, but they couldn't get it then, of course, as they were fighting for the pumpkins. So, yeah, the bell tower is wide open on the other hand. And this time, they might just get it. Yeah, Blessed Shield still up, but I think they have to sacrifice it and then reclaim it. The problem is that the timing couldn't be any better for Chili Mountain because the triple altar phase is now popping up. So, yeah, they need 1-2 more hits, and there they are. That's the end of this one. Oh, the kill would go a long way. If they can take Denado. The Divine Shield, Blessed Shield also thrown out. But yeah, this is now rough. With 3 altars up, 16 versus 16 talents. But of course, they are already on the retreat. Banana Age is going to channel that. At the top, they're going to go for another one. Stalk is trying to grab this. That's not happening. No. Everybody is in there in time. 5 shots are already fired. They're going to get 10 in total. Or at least they should be able to. But here comes the mind control. Yeah, Stalk is attempting to follow up on it, but nope, not happening. They're going for Varian, I suppose, but the taunt is in and the Space Goat is dead. Chili Mountain, everybody! Chili Mountain! Oh, jumping in deep, getting another kill. 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. A 5-man team wipe as Azurite pops fucking off and gets kill after kill. Check that one out. Look at Li Ming. Look at Li Ming at the end of the fight. The lead, the resets, the kills coming in, and bam, popping everybody. Whack-a-mole Heroes of the Storm. They are doing it. Guys, they are fucking doing it. It is unbelievable. They have every single bell tower. The barrage has started. The boss is up. They can go for the channel at the altar. They are doing it. They are reverse sweeping Team Arthas. What the hell? It's really happening. And I didn't believe it until now, but look at this. They're going to win it right here. That's another 4 shots fired. That's another 11. A mad push. This is game. 5-4. They're trying to bring it back here, but there's just no way this is happening. One gust is all that's needed. Why are they not gusting? What? They needed only 2 more shots. Why did they not gust this? All they gotta do is gust, wave of force, jump in with everything that they have and buy a little bit of time. They were apparently really afraid that they would get wiped here. Like, what the hell? Really? I mean, that felt possible. Alright, so, okay, they're saving the gust for the top to get the pumpkins connected. Fair enough. They're going for the top. This should be game one way or another. I mean, all you gotta do is get like a few of those through. And you still have gust available to everything else. I think they might have been able to do it in the middle already. Yeah, this is not gonna happen either. But it's still 2 against 21. There's no way that... I mean, is there? There's no way Team Arthas comes back. But I still think they could have done... I mean, I think they could have ended it. I'm at least shocked that they didn't try and play through the gust. Now, of course, there's a couple of tools that could have been used on the other side to prevent the worst and save at least a few targets and keep them on the bell tower, but still. Either way, there's still a chance to go for the fight, I suppose. So we got 6 kills to 12 now. And the teams are looking close slowly at level 20, especially, of course, Chili Mountain, who are now more than a level ahead. So there it is. Storm Talons are in. And let's go. So we got Ignore Pain in, we got the Wind Tunnel. And here comes the taunt. And the fight. It's the only chance for the blue team. The only chance right here. They're trying to make the play for it. There's the leap into the back line. They need a kill, and Chromie is already low. Li Ming is moving away. Chromie will fall. Sylvanas has died. That's a triple kill again. And this is game. This is definitely game. Mark is not wasting any time. It's another 5-man wipe. 5-man team wipe as Stork falls. There's the channel. And Chili Mountain, ladies and gentlemen, with a reverse sweep against Team Arthas. The Mad Lads, they pulled it off, a 3-2 victory for the red team as they're locking in this Heroes of the Storm series.